And we come now to 0 hour 30 Universal Time. In the news at this hour, a bomb attack near the United States Embassy in Kabul has killed at least 16 people. The victims include 2 American soldiers. 2 other American soldiers and a number of other people were injured. United States military officials say a car carrying the bomb exploded as American military vehicles were passing by. In western Afghanistan, a bomb attack wounded 4 Italian soldiers. Also on Friday, defense chiefs of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization agreed that NATO forces in Afghanistan need more troops and equipment. The alliance's top commander said that more than 2,000 additional soldiers, more helicopters, and transport airplanes are needed. Officials at a town in western India have ordered a curfew after 3 bomb explosions killed at least 37 people. 100 others were wounded. Officials have sent troops to the town of Malegaon in Maharashtra state, where the bombings took place. Police say 2 of the bombs exploded near a burial area where thousands of Muslims had gathered for Friday prayers. The 2 bombs were tied to bicycles. The 3rd bomb exploded in the center of the town. Friday marked a religious observance when Muslims pray for the dead. No one has claimed responsibility for the attacks. A United States Senate report says there is no evidence that Iraq's former leader, Saddam Hussein, had ties to Al-Qaeda. The report also says the former leader had no ties with Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, the former leader of Al-Qaeda in Iraq. The report was released on Friday. It contains a once-secret intelligence document from 2005 denying any such links. Israel has ended its 2-month-long sea blockade of Lebanon. An Israeli government spokeswoman confirmed that the sea blockade ended on Friday. The commander of United Nations forces in Lebanon said Israel acted when an international naval force began guarding the Lebanese coast. The commander, General Alain Pellegrini, said the blockade harmed the Lebanese economy. He said it needed to end so people could get back to their business. The Israeli air blockade of Lebanon ended on Thursday. Israel ordered the air and sea blockade at the start of its war against Hezbollah militants in Lebanon. The Committee to Protect Journalists has condemned the Iraqi government for its decision to close the Baghdad office of Al Arabiya television. The group said the closure goes against the government's guarantee of press freedom. The group is urging Iraqi Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki to cancel the decision, but a media advisor to Mr. Maliki told state television that Al Arabiya incited religious tensions during an incident in July. Al Arabiya has its headquarters in Dubai. The Baghdad office was closed for a short time in 2003, after the station broadcast a recording from Iraq's former leader, Saddam Hussein. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. The United Nations Refugee Agency says 4 boats with a total of 363 refugees from Somalia arrived in Yemen this week. An agency official said the first boat had 97 survivors from a trip that passengers said was without food or water. The survivors say 4 passengers drowned when the crew forced everyone off the boat when it was far from land. The United States Treasury Department has blocked a major Iranian bank from having any financial relationship with America. Treasury official Stuart Levy said the government of Iran uses Bank Saderat to send money to terrorist groups. He said Hezbollah and Hamas were 2 of the groups receiving financial aid. Iranian banks have long been denied the use of America's financial system, but they have been able to move money through banks in other countries. Bank Saderat is the only bank affected by the decision on Friday. The World Health Organization is ready to launch a campaign to protect children in 3 African countries against the disease polio. The United Nations Health Agency is working on the campaign with local officials in Ethiopia, Kenya, and Somalia. The goal is to give anti-polio medicine to almost 3 million children under 5 years of age. There have been more than 200 cases of the disease in Somalia since the poliovirus entered the country from Yemen last year. Before that, anti-polio campaigns had left Somalia free of the disease for almost 3 years. And officials from the European Union and China are to hold talks on Saturday during a meeting in Helsinki, Finland. The talks are expected to deal with trade, development, and human rights. EU officials say they plan to express to China the need to open its markets to more European goods. European Commission President José Manuel Barroso said the talks represent a chance to strengthen ties and discuss international concerns. And so briefly, here again is the major news of this hour. A bomb attack near the United States Embassy in Kabul has killed 16 people. A report by the United States Senate says there is no evidence that Iraq's former leader, Saddam Hussein, had ties to Al-Qaeda. And Israel has ended its 2-month-long sea blockade of Lebanon. So ends the news in VOA Special English.